Hi everyone, it's Roger here from what's on DisneyPlus.com. It's Thursday, it's time to jump into some of today's big Disney Plus news. I'm going to be talking about the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer plus all the other news that came out of the annual shareholder meeting. So during the actual shareholder meeting, it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and a lot of people were tuning in expecting it to be like this big presentation, and it was pretty much just audio except for about a 5 to 10 minute segment where Bob Chapek kind of showed us basically what Disney is all about. I'm highlighting the theme parks, the sports, but there's also a segment with like a montage of all the upcoming films and series that are going to be coming soon. So during this montage, we got to see some content that is going to be coming up on Disney Plus later this year. We're talking here about a second of each. There wasn't a lot of footage here. It is pretty, it was very, very small. So we had the first look at I Am Groot, which looks like it's going to have a very similar art style to what we've seen in the movies. That one will be coming later this year. We know very little about that short series, but that one looks a lot of fun. We also got a first look at Peter Pan and Wendy, which is a new movie coming. Again, fraction of a second, hardly, we could barely see what was going on there. We did get our first look at Pinocchio, which is coming to Disney Plus in September. Disney also officially released an image which we could really see Tom Hanks as Geppetto plus Pinocchio. I mean, he just looks fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this one. I mean, Tom Hanks is in it. That's enough for me to be sold. We also got a photograph of the new Disney Plus original series, National Treasure, which they're filming right now in Baton Rouge. Again, I'm looking forward to that one. That one could be a lot of fun. So, like I said, those were literally seconds. They also confirmed that Ms. Marvel is going to be the next Marvel series to be released after Moon Knight. So She-Hulk will obviously be coming down the road a little bit later on that one. Speaking of Ms. Marvel, according to some closures that are going to be happening in Hollywood for the Hollywood Boulevard in front of the El Capitan Theatre. It looks like we're going to be getting premieres for the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus series in June. And there's also going to be a premiere at the beginning of June for Hollywood Stargirl. So that's another sort of a sequel to Stargirl. So we're both of them having their preview events in early June. I suspect they'll also be arriving in June. That very much makes it very interesting with Ms. Marvel, because then it might overlap with Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we've never seen before, but with the amount of series they've got coming out this year, at some point they're going to have to cross over. So June could be that month. But they might even push it back a little bit later if they're really they just want to get it into July and stuff. But yeah, the fact that the premiere is happening at the El Capitan Theatre at the beginning of June for Ms. Marvel definitely gives us an idea of when it'll be arriving. Speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi, we also got the trailer. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting it, and we've seen the pictures earlier in the day. That trailer just looks fantastic. I've watched like 4 or 5 times. I'm really excited about the series. You've got the Inquisitors in there. You've got lots of them in there, very much tying in as well with the Jedi Fallen Order video game with some of the stuff there. The music in this one, seeing like little Luke Skywalker pretending to be pod racing like his father. I just thought this trailer just really did an amazing job. That definitely was a highlight. Unfortunately, during the rest of the actual annual shareholders event, there wasn't really any news to be talking about, because it was all about the business side, and there was some proposals that Disney wanted to put through. There was also a question and answer session at the end, and some of it really did kind of go off the rails. There really wasn't that much actual content in the actual annual shareholders thing. It was hyping up things like Bob's Burgers and the Doctor Strange movie, but it's very much most of the stuff we've already known. But those few minutes were just definitely worth looking at. So yeah, so that was the annual shareholders event. Moving on from there, Disney and Nippon TV have announced a brand new strategic collaboration, which will see them co-producing local language content for drama series, animation and variety shows for Disney Plus for both Japan and also global audiences. One of the first series to be released is going to be The Files of Young Kindaichi, which will be arriving in April in Japan. We don't yet know when it'll be arriving internationally on Disney Plus. But this is a massive step forward in terms of getting content from Japan, and will really kind of ramp up production and also give access to some other content as well. According to Carol Chai, who is the managing director of the Walt Disney Company in Japan, she says, as Disney moves into a world of local content productions, we're excited to expand our collaboration with Nippon TV Holdings as one of our strategic partners, starting with the very popular titles to audience across Asia Pacific. This is a perfect fit for Disney as we focus on stories that connect people around generations and and places and stories that move people. We look forward to the long-term collaborative opportunities with Japanese creators so as to bring the best world stories and Japan's creative excellence to a global stage. We're really starting to see now how Disney is starting to ramp up its worldwide production of content, and just getting some great stuff from Japan is going to be a lot of fun. And finally, with it being Thursday, it's time for some new content around the world in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and in the UK and Ireland, and across Europe. We've got a brand new episode of The Dropout. So this is episode 4. We're getting new episodes every single Thursday. Also today in the UK, we've got a brand new episode of This Is Us. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.